In a sleek São Paulo boardroom, Ricardo Almeida, the visionary CEO of one of Brazil's largest airlines, put pen to paper on a contract that would send shockwaves through the global aviation industry. The air was thick with anticipation, every eye in the room aware that history was being made. Across the polished table, a delegation of COMAC representatives watched intently as Almeida committed a staggering $360 million, not for the familiar names of Boeing or Airbus, but for a bold new fleet of C919 jets from China. This was far more than a routine business deal. It was a seismic shift in an industry long dominated by just two Western giants, a move that would challenge the very foundation of the status quo. For decades, airlines around the world endured long waits and soaring prices from Boeing and Airbus, with few alternatives and little bargaining power. The arrival of the C919 offered Almeida a faster, more affordable, and innovative way to modernize his aging fleet, promising efficiency and reliability. This signature didn't just secure new planes, it marked the first major international order for China's flagship jet, a milestone for COMAC and a signal to the world. It was a calculated risk, but also a bold statement. The era of the unbreakable duopoly was over, and new players were ready to rise. The handshake that followed bridged continents, cultures, and ambitions, signaling the dawn of a new era in aviation. News of the groundbreaking deal would soon ripple from Seattle to Paris, catching the attention of industry leaders and governments alike. For Brazil, a nation proud of its own aircraft maker, Embraer, this was a dramatic endorsement of China's global ambitions, and a sign that the industry's balance of power was shifting. The once comfortable, predictable world of commercial aviation had just become a lot more dynamic, competitive, and unpredictable. The tremor from that signature was only the beginning. A new chapter in aviation history was about to unfold. For nearly 50 years, Boeing and Airbus have ruled the skies. Their rivalry began as a response to fragmented post-war aviation, with Boeing's 707 and 747 setting the standard, and Airbus's A300 and A320 family challenging the status quo. By the late 1990s, after Boeing absorbed McDonnell Douglas, airlines had only two real choices for large jets. This duopoly spurred innovation, but also meant airlines faced limited options and rising costs. The giants dictated terms, prices, and delivery schedules. Airlines could negotiate, but their catalogs were nearly identical. The market was stable, but rigid, ripe for disruption. For years the question was, who would challenge them, and when? Now, that answer has arrived. Enter the C919, a product of China's determination to break into commercial aviation's top tier. Developed by COMAC, the C919 is a single-aisle jet designed to rival the Boeing 737 MAX and Airbus A320neo. Launched in 2008, it's a symbol of China's ambition to move up the global value chain. The C919 targets the heart of the market, short and medium-haul routes. Its airframe is Chinese, but its engines and key systems come from Western suppliers, ensuring global standards. After years of development, the C919 entered service in 2023 with a Chinese airline. The world watched closely. Could China's jet compete internationally? Until now, orders were mostly domestic. The Brazilian deal is the C919's first true test on the global stage. It's a pivotal moment for COMAC and for the industry. Brazil's order is remarkable, given its own aviation powerhouse, Embraer. Choosing the C919 over homegrown and Western options signals a shift in alliances and priorities. It's more than commerce, it's geopolitics, deepening Brazil-China ties within the BRICS bloc. The deal is a tangible example of emerging economies forging new partnerships outside traditional Western spheres. With Boeing and Airbus facing years-long backlogs, COMAC's faster delivery and competitive pricing are hard to ignore. For Brazil's airline, speed and cost trump tradition. This order gives the C919 international credibility, breaking the perception it's only for China. It's a stamp of approval from a sophisticated aviation market. Other airlines in Latin America, Africa, and Asia will be watching closely. This could be the catalyst for a wave of new interest in COMAC. A $360 million investment in a new aircraft is a bold move for any airline. Fleet decisions shape decades of operations, maintenance, and strategy. The C919's lower price and likely discounts make it an attractive gamble for a cost-conscious industry. For airlines, even small savings per plane add up to huge advantages. Diversifying away from Boeing and Airbus also reduces risk. Recent groundings and delays have shown the dangers of relying on just two suppliers. By betting on COMAC, the Brazilian airline is hedging its future and gaining leverage in future negotiations. If the C919 delivers, the airline will be seen as a pioneer, reaping cost and competitive benefits. If not, it's a calculated risk in a high-stakes game. Either way, the industry is watching. The message innovation and competition are back in the skies. How does the C919 stack up against the Boeing 737 MAX and Airbus A320neo? These three aircraft represent the latest generation of single-aisle jets, and their competition is reshaping the global aviation landscape. All three are twin-engine, narrow-body jets designed for short to medium-haul routes, offering similar passenger capacities and airport compatibility. They're the workhorses of the skies, connecting cities and regions around the world. The C919's edge is its modern, clean-sheet design, incorporating advanced aerodynamics and lightweight composite materials. This fresh approach allows for improved fuel efficiency and potentially lower operating costs compared to older designs. Like its rivals, it uses the efficient LEAP engine, which delivers strong performance and reduced emissions. However, this also means reliance on Western technology for critical components, which could pose challenges for supply chains and future upgrades. The C919's range is slightly less than the latest 737 MAX and A320neo variants, which could limit its ability to serve some longer or transcontinental routes. This is a key consideration for airlines planning international expansion. For most airlines, though, its range is more than sufficient for regional and domestic operations, where the majority of flights take place. The real test will be operational reliability and maintenance costs, areas where Boeing and Airbus have decades of proven data and established support networks. COMAC will need to demonstrate it can match or exceed these standards. The C919's biggest draw is price. With a list price under $100 million, it undercuts both competitors by a significant margin, making it an attractive option for budget-conscious airlines or those in emerging markets. Lower acquisition costs mean easier fleet upgrades, improved fuel efficiency, and the potential for airlines to expand their networks more rapidly. But airlines will be watching closely for any hidden costs, supply chain issues, or reliability concerns that could offset the initial savings. The Brazilian airline's experience as an early international operator will set the tone for future global sales and influence the confidence of other carriers considering the C919. If the C919 proves itself in real-world operations, it could disrupt the market and offer airlines a compelling new alternative. If not, COMAC's ambitions may stall. The world is watching closely to see if this new contender can truly take flight. The Brazilian C919 order is a game-changer for airlines worldwide. For the first time in decades, there's a real third option for narrow-body jets. Boeing and Airbus will be forced to compete harder on price, service, and innovation. This is especially significant for airlines in emerging markets, where price and delivery speed matter most. With Chinese financing and faster delivery, the C919 could accelerate fleet modernization in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. The duopoly can no longer take its dominance for granted. Expect more investment in new technology and customer support from all manufacturers, but airlines must weigh the benefits of lower prices against the risks of a new aircraft type, certification, training, and resale value. The industry will scrutinize the Brazilian airline's experience. If the C919 succeeds, expect a wave of new orders. If it stumbles, COMAC's global ambitions could be delayed. The stakes are high. The ripple effect has begun. For travelers, the end of the Boeing-Airbus duopoly could mean lower fares, more choices, and a completely new era of flying. With a third major player entering the market, the landscape of air travel is set to transform in ways that benefit passengers everywhere. Airlines' biggest costs are fuel and aircraft. Cheaper planes like the C919 can translate to cheaper tickets for everyone. As airlines save on expenses, they can pass those savings directly to travelers, making flying more accessible. More competition means airlines will fight harder for passengers, passing savings along and improving service quality. Expect better deals, more frequent promotions, and a renewed focus on customer satisfaction. Faster delivery of new jets could open up new routes, especially in underserved regions and smaller cities. This expansion means more people can fly directly to their destinations without inconvenient detours. Travelers may see more direct flights and better connectivity, reducing layovers and travel times. This not only saves time but also makes journeys less stressful and more enjoyable. The C919's modern cabin design, bigger bins, quieter interiors, and improved lighting raises the bar for passenger comfort. Travelers can look forward to a more relaxing and pleasant in-flight experience. As COMAC, Boeing, and Airbus compete, expect more innovation in seating, entertainment, and amenities. Airlines will introduce new features to attract and retain loyal customers. A third major supplier also makes the global air travel system more resilient and adaptable. With more options, airlines can better respond to changing demands and challenges. Fewer disruptions from production issues or groundings at one company mean fewer delays and cancellations for travelers. Reliability and consistency will improve across the industry. For travelers, this means a more reliable, affordable, and comfortable flying experience, no matter where they're headed. The skies are opening up to new possibilities, with more destinations and better service than ever before. Competition is good news for everyone who flies, driving progress and making air travel more enjoyable for all. The future of air travel just got brighter, promising a world where flying is easier, more affordable, and filled with new opportunities. The $360 million deal in Brazil marks the end of aviation's comfortable duopoly. A three-way race is on, reshaping airline economics and global trade. COMAC faces a crucial test. Can the C919 deliver reliability and support outside China? Success could inspire other nations, Russia, Japan, even Embraer, to develop their own large jets. The future may be a multipolar market with more innovation and resilience. For Boeing and Airbus, complacency is no longer an option. The pressure is on to develop greener, more efficient aircraft for the next generation. The C919 could be the catalyst for a leap towards sustainable aviation. The rise of COMAC is a reminder that global leadership is always up for grabs. This Brazilian deal is just the beginning. Soon, the skies will be filled with more than just Boeing and Airbus. A new set of wings has joined the race. The future of flight is wide open,